Welcome to the B&B Show. My name's Brady, and this is Brian. Now, welcome,
Yellow, yellow.
welcome back. So, do you think humans will ever walk on the sun?
Brady, is this the question of the day?
This is the question of the day, man.
Your question of the day is stupid, and I don't want to talk about
How's
people
it?
walking. That's
How's it
so.
stupid?
Hold on. Wait, hold on. Will humans ever walk on the sun?
On the sun? Yeah, I mean, I think it'd have to be night, but
Oh yeah, maybe. Actually, it isn't as stupid as I thought.
yeah, exactly. You just gotta go at the right time.
Hmm.
I mean, I feel like that does bring up the topic of space travel. Do you think eventually we will, like, colonize Mars?
I feel like not in this. What like what's a decade? Like 100 years or what's a
100?
decade?
That
No,
is
a
a
century?
decade is yeah, a century is 100 years, a decade is 10 years.
Not in this century, because
Not in this century?
nah,
I mean, who knows, to be honest? I mean, good for them if they do. I don't think we'll colonize Mars because I feel like that'd be kind of expensive, you know? I feel like
maybe
that takes
just
a
a
couple.
little.
I don't know if it's just because 'cause you're broke or it just, you know.
I don't know, man. I feel like we should just preserve this planet after a while. Like it's God's gift. Why try leaving it? It's like if the world does go to utterly
Examples, yeah.
poop, then that was our fault. It was his fault of it's the
Yeah,
fault of mankind.
oopsie daisies, oopsie daisies.
Oopsie daisies. You know?
Whoops. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I guess you could argue that the entire, like, universe is God's gift, though, and that everything we see with our eyes is, technically a gift, and we should take
Almost.
advantage of it. Yeah, even the pubic hairs, bro. So yeah, that was
Yeah,
pretty inspirational, man.
yeah. You
That was
know,
pretty awesome. Yeah.
you were talking about what's it called theater, right? And that you joined it. How is it? Now, now,
It
now that you joined theater or
It's
drama club.
okay. I haven't been going.
Oh, oh,
I haven't gone in 2 weeks. I'm going this Saturday, but I have good reasons for not going, I promise.
you have good reasons. And what happened in the audition? Like, who did you get? Or like,
Um, so we're doing Alice in Wonderland, and
hmm
I got the March Hare, so I'll be hanging out with the Mad Hatter. So yeah.
what was the play?
Um, Alice in Wonderland?
I've never completely like heard
Watched
the
the
whole
whole thing?
story.
Oh, you never heard? I don't know, man. I'm not the biggest fan. I'm just doing it to support them because they
I,
have, like, no male actors, and I'm trying to get some
yeah,
big
I just I,
big
I
breaks.
remember playing the Kingdom Hearts level of Alice in Wonderland, and other than that, I don't know nothing about it.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah.
I'm a crazy little rabbit, and then I'm like a turtle, and the turtle is really depressed, and he sings a song.
Mm.
So I'm, just thrilled to be dancing around singing this depressing song. That's just something I wanna do in my life, so yeah,
One of your
I'm just
10
stoked for
goals?
that. Yeah, one of my 10 goals.
Anything else happened? You know?
No, Brian, I can't recall anything else happening
You
during
don't
audition.
remember anything else, like,
Mm, mm, mm.
maybe one of your ex's fathers, you know?
Uh, nothing about that, man.
Sure.
What do you I'm pretty sure. What do you have something in mind?
Well, you're talking to me about it, but then you're like,
Okay.
oh, let me save it for the podcast. So now you got to kind of fill in our viewers on what happened. Now, what
Uh,
happened, Brady? Come on,
so
our viewers are
okay.
watching.
Okay. All right. All right. So a girl, right, that I used to like, I don't know, man. I used to um
Uh-huh. Yeah.
so a g I can't say it.
Come on.
So a girl I used to hang out with, okay?
Uh-huh.
Her father, who wasn't a big fan of me at the time,
Mm-hmm.
farted on me during auditions. Now, I don't know if it was in spite of me or what, but it happened and I didn't know how to feel about it. So I'm sitting in this chair, I'm talking to this girl to the right of me, and he
Uh-huh.
sits down to my left. Okay,
Mhm.
he's sitting to my left, which is already really weird because he was really friendly to me, and I haven't seen him in 2 years, and he didn't really like me when last time I saw him. So we talked a little, but I mainly talked to the girl on my right, and he
Uh-huh.
lifts up his butt, the right side of his leg, and he just lets it rip. So, but he
Oh
just lets it
god.
rip, and I'm like, "Wow, okay, alright." So, I mean, I don't think it was on purpose. I don't think he meant to fart on me, but he did. So,
Can't talk about that either. So it
moral of
wasn't
the
like all
story.
on you, so it was just like
It was, like,
right
right next
next.
to me in my direction, so,
Do you remember the smell? You know, for our viewers, you know? You
No, I don't remember the smell!
you sure?
No, I didn't take a jar out and
You saw
and
that.
keep it in the jar to sell it and
Oh,
release on our viewers.
jars, NFTs, bro. Big
What?
thing. Like fart jars, but NFTs. So it's like a lot of famous people, or like a lot of celebrities, and like
I get what you're saying. I, I think I don't remember. I'm gonna sell, like, George Washington's last fart. That sounds pretty awesome, I think. It is super immature. I remember I saw,
yeah.
like, some and it was, like, "Fart in a jar, Mark," or some stupid thing like that. And then there was a
Mhm.
part 2 that I was like, "Queef in a jar," something that rhymes with queef. I don't know. Don't look those up, they're stupid. I
Uh,
watched the entire things, don't get me wrong, but I was staring
what?
blankly at my screen at the ends. So, just little insight, alright?
Mhm.
Um, I'm going through my notes. I don't know what the word I solely have the word character in here. I have no clue what that is.
Character. What type of character do you have? Like, if you were to describe yourself, what kind of character would you be?
I feel like when people do that, it comes off as super narcissistic. Yeah, I'm
What?
basically like okay, think of like oh, I think I'm like Superman in a lot of ways. I'm like, just pretty awesome and stuff. You know what I mean? It's just like, "Oh, wow, if you don't say so yourself." I
Mhm.
think I am really charming and, like, the best person ever. So I never compare myself to characters. Like, I take it when people, like, would compare me like, someone else compares me to the character, no matter
Yeah.
how bad they are. I think that's cool. I'm like, "Oh, I guess I am kinda like that person." But I cannot compare myself to characters, like, not in I can't go 3rd person and be like, "You're really like John B. from Outer Banks." Cause the vision you have of yourself is
Oh.
totally different from what people's perception of you. So, I mean, sure, you might think you're like this person, but to other people, you are definitely not. Like, if you tell me you're like Superman, you are not like Superman to me. You are like, I don't know, you're like Batmite or something. So yeah, don't compare yourself to fictional characters that are really cool. Like, if you
Yeah.
wanna, like, shit on yourself a little, then okay, go ahead. I guess I can be a little funny. But, don't be like, "Yeah, I'm kinda
I'm like
like
Rick
Rick,
Grimes.
Yeah, yeah,
I'm
like Rick Grimes from The Walking Dead. I think I would totally, like,
like
survive and be a
Daryl.
leader. Yeah, it's just like, come on, man. Seriously?
Yeah. You
What are your thoughts
know
on Yeah, go ahead.
no, you go on.
No, you go on.
Well, I was gonna say, you remind me of the character Mirage from Apex.
See, I've been told that twice, and I think you told me that once, and another person told me that. And I think I can see it, but do you wanna tell me in, like, what way I'm like Mirage au Trois?
Well, I feel like it was good. So he has this one skin. It's like all yellow or whatever, and like your whole persona online is like a bee. So when I see those two get together, and then you're always cracking jokes. He's also cracking jokes. So it's like
Quite the cracker.
he's
I mean, I'm quite the jokester. Sorry, I didn't mean
uh
to.
oh no,
But, I mean, I'll take
it
it,
just
man. I like
reminded me of
Mirage.
him.
He's a pretty chill guy, so, you know. But,
What's
what are your
the
thoughts on
voice? Like
Huh?
the voice actor? You
Oh, yeah,
know,
Roger Craig Smith, I think. Dude, he did, Thomas in Regular Show, and oh my god, every time I watch a regular episode with him, I'm like, "Dude, this is Mirage." It sounds exactly the same, and it freaks me out. And
Yeah, I
then
think he was in another game too, but I forgot the name.
yeah, it's like not Dying
Yeah,
Light, it's something like that.
yeah.
I don't know, but yeah, I think that's pretty cool, and he's like swears a lot in that, and obviously he doesn't swear in regular show or Apex,
No,
so it's just super weird to hear. But yeah, I think that's pretty cool.
no.
I think you're a lot like Octane from Apex, actually.
Oh, really? Now, how would you say I'm a Mexican junkie? Uh, to be honest, viewers, I'm personally not Mexican, but I am from Spanish descent, so I can kind of make fun of them. But I'm not openly being racist. And when I said junkie, he's an actual junkie in the show, so it's like basically saying Mexican junkie. But I'm not saying that all Mexicans are junkies, so don't take that in offense if you're Mexican. Okay, go on, Brady.
I actually kind of want to talk about this, but just for like a short amount of time, okay?
Okay.
So someone told me that Spanish people are super racist towards Mexicans, like in their own community, because they see Mexicans as the lowest Spanish person. All right, Spanish. Does that make any sense?
Yeah.
And so like when they get called Mexican, they're really offended because personally they do not like Mexicans themselves. They see it as like the weakest, person of Spanish descent. So, as a Spanish person, as an El Salvadorian, I want you to elaborate on that.
I feel like it's just a whole fuck fest to be honest with you. Like I feel like everyone makes fun of each other. Like I feel like Guatemalans make fun of what's called El Salvadorians, and Mexicans make fun of Salvadorians because both of them because of how we talk, right? In Spanish. I'm not gonna give you an example, but
Okay,
um,
I couldn't tell the difference. So, go
yeah,
ahead.
what's called, and I feel like they just all make fun of each other. It doesn't even make sense at the end of the day. We're all the same, basically.
I
Uh,
get what you're saying. I mean, I've
yeah.
already stated my points on races, and it really doesn't matter to me at all. You
What's
know,
more
but
ethnicities
you
than
but
anything.
you don't see, like, French people ripping on German people. I don't think so. I don't know. I'm not
Yeah.
super into my culture, because I don't really care about it, and I don't really understand why people care about theirs so much. I mean, I think it's I
Uh,
don't know if I can really say that just because, apparently white people don't have culture or whatever. So maybe mine isn't, like, as good as your culture, which is kinda racist, but whatever. What
well,
like, I invented
I,
square dancing, but what but whatever.
what's he got? No,
It's just
I
I
feel
think I'm
like
just not really interested in my own, so when other people are really interested in it, I just don't fully understand it. But you can say that about anything. I'm just saying it about my culture and my backgrounds. But go ahead.
for me, it's like it's a sign to show respect to to my family. It's like, oh, we respect our culture or whatever. But I'm not obviously repping it. I'm not I'm not obviously going up to you and saying my culture better than your culture, Brady. Mine, we have pussies. We have pussies. Yeah, El
Yeah,
Salvadorian gang for life. You know?
uh-huh. No, I understand for sure. So, but I did invent square dancing or whatever, so I'm still, like, above you on multiple levels, but it's
Yeah,
cool.
definitely, definitely, definitely.
Yeah, square dancing, the greatest invention
The
for man.
Macarena?
Yeah, the mac oh, that's from you guys, isn't it?
I don't even know.
Uh,
Is it?
uh, it sounds Spanish to me. Yeah, Macarena? Yeah, it's gotta be. Okay, never mind.
Yeah.
What are your thoughts on, like, SCPs or whatever? Ugh,
SCPs?
yeah.
We played a lot of those maps, but we did not understand them. So I
No,
remember.
yeah,
Yeah,
go
let's go.
ahead.
Um, we played this one on Rec Room. And it was just a white blob chasing us with like red markings on his face, and it was
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like what I know about SCPs is like it's like Pokemon, but
Yeah, yeah.
be
And I
possible.
never I
So
never got really into Pokemon myself. It was never really for me, which is a really unpopular opinion. It's just something I never got interested in personally. But I think, yeah, so that's the back rooms, right? What we played? We
no,
played
I
through a
think the
back
back
rooms
rooms
map.
is no, because I think SCP came from a 4chan post, and the back rooms came from another 4chan post.
Okay.
But the back rooms
I
is
think
like a whole other thing.
I think they've kinda melted together though, right?
They had
'Cause
like
there's, like,
option.
SCPs and stuff in the back rooms. When I was little, I saw some posted about the
I think
back
those.
rooms.
I just think that they're just monsters more than anything.
Yeah, I
I
guess. I
don't
don't
think
know
they're
if they were, like,
SCPs.
canon to each other. But, when I was little, I used to like, when someone first showed me the back rooms, I was like, "Is this real? If I warp through time, am I gonna end up in the back rooms?"
Well,
I'm
uh,
not, so spoiler alert.
what was I gonna
That's
say?
stupid.
I think what they're supposed to be is like they're supposed to look like recognizable or something. Like
Yeah.
you're supposed to be like, oh, that kind of looks like one place or whatever.
Yeah,
But
yeah.
you know, I've never been there, so it's like
What's
you
that,
know,
is it like I think it's like Limbo, right? "Oh,
a
I'm stuck
limbo
in
state.
limbo. Aw,
Yeah.
gee." Yeah, I think that's what it is. I mean, SCPs are kinda cool. So I did subscribe to their channel for a little bit, and
SCP has a channel.
yeah, it's like their whole SCP and explanations it's like a huge channel, that's where people hear about it. Because
Mm,
I watched one on the IKEA and I was like, "Oh, that's kinda funny." Like, you get lost in the IKEA, everyone you've had to have seen that one.
mhm.
But, so I'm like, I'm subscribed and bro, it is just, like, super, like, horny. Like, I got one that was,
What?
like, Space Robot Stripper, SCP-446. I was like,
What?
"Whoa! Why is that isn't it supposed to be, like, creepypastas?" I can look
Uh-huh.
it I'm gonna look it up right now. Here, keep talking for a little bit while I look this up.
Uh-huh. Yeah, and I think I know one SCP is like the blob or something. It's like a little orange thing. And it's supposed to be like the most friendly one
Uh, I
or
watched this
whatever.
I watched this Waldo one.
Waldo is
And
an
it was
SCP.
like Waldo Watches You, and it was the stupidest garbage I've ever watched. I was like, it's just so overly edgy, for like for no reason. Like, sure, it can be like kind of cool premises. It's just a lot of it is kind of dumb. Yeah, SCP-056. Why it would suck to know. And it's
What?
like emphasis on suck, and it's like a woman in like lingerie. Or something, bro. Like, I feel like I'm trying to go through their top stuff. I'm trying to find the robot stripper, bro. I'm trying.
Why don't you just search it up?
I'm not. I don't want to search up robot stripper, dude. Robot space stripper SCP. I thought it was a popular one. I started searching by.
I don't know what you're watching. Oh my god.
Dude, I promise you, man, I'm not crazy. Listen, someone in the comments, please help me, bro. Please,
Oh
if you're into
my god, whoever's ever
SCPs.
like comment on our last episode,
Oh,
it
I
was like,
found it! I found it!
oh,
SCP-136, Naked Doll. Call me
that's one
crazy.
SCP I would like to, hang out with for research purposes and nothing else than research purposes.
And like its thumbnail is like a really creepy girl with like green hair and it's like covering her tatas. So okay, whatever. All right, yeah. If you like SCPs, whatever, it's kind of cool, but don't be like that. Or don't watch those SCP videos, bro. It's kind of cringe. But yeah, yeah. Oh, what were we talking about earlier? Rec Room, man. Rec Room is fire, man. I really
Rec
love
Room
playing
is
that game.
fair. I need to get a VR. I'm tired of playing on desktop.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. You need a VR. There's other stuff we can play too. I think. I
You know
think.
what?
Don't put me on that.
If there's a way like that we can play with our viewers, we're definitely gonna do that. Like I
Yes.
don't know. There
Join the
must be a way.
Discord and please like hit us up about it. Because right
Yeah,
now the Discord's
because
like really dry, and I understand why. Because we don't do a lot in there. But like, if you're trying to make plans, man, we're totally down. But yeah,
yeah,
Rec Room, man. We'll go on there. We might self promote a little. I'm not gonna lie to you. We might be
uh,
like,
mm,
we might check out the BNB show on the mic. But a lot of the people we've met, like Counting Guy,
Calvin
iconic.
Guy, bro. Oh
Oh
my
my
god,
god. 1, 2, 3. Oh my. Oh, who?
awesome.
Wait, who'd you say?
Awesome. Counting Guy. I
Oh,
was
Counting
just
Guy.
yeah.
Oh, you just. Who else was there? There's like
Um,
Kayla and like some other. Oh my god, I feel so bad. Mudwiggle. There's some other people
Oh
too.
my god, no, there
There's a
has to
second
be.
link. Yeah, there's a lot because we played it with a lot of people. We talk about the
Yeah,
channel a lot with a lot of different people. It just those were two people who came to mind.
yeah, those are
Yeah.
the real MVPs. They won.
Shout out Rec
since,
Crew.
since like episode, since like
I,
I don't remember the number, but it's the
I
one
don't
where we
know.
were in the mall.
Oh, oh,
Yeah,
oh yeah. I think that's like episode 9 or something. I don't know. So I might have told you this already, but the other day I went to get a vinyl. Okay,
the
so
vinyl. Oh my
I
god, I'm
went
so
to
sweaty. Oh my god, I'm so aesthetic. I was born in the wrong
listen.
generation. I was born in the wrong generation, guys.
I just think it's
Listen,
cool because you buy this.
listen to the Beatles.
No, no, I don't have any of that old
I did the
stuff.
same thing, but I'll tell you later, or like after you talk.
Yeah, I mean, I think it's cool because you have like this own like hard copy of music and it's yours, you know,
Mm-hmm.
and you own this, because on streaming services, yeah, you can listen to this or whatever. You bought this, but it's like if the world were to go to shit and like everything just everything shut down, this music is yours and you can always listen to it at any time you want.
Mm-hmm.
Unless your batteries die. But anyways. So
Woo!
anyways, I went to the store, right? I'm
No,
looking at Good Kid, Mad City by
Target.
Kendrick. No, I went to an act it's like Rust and Wax. It's cool.
Oh,
And I found a Billy Joel album I like, right? And I'm like, man, I'm gonna buy this. It's only $12 and it's for like the one with My Life on it. I love that album. Anyways, so I'm looking in the rap section. I see the Kanye category, right? So I'm going
mm,
through and there's one album in the Kanye. And it's so I pick it up and it's Donda. I'm like, oh, this is awesome. I'm gonna buy this. So I go
50
to
bucks.
no, it was I don't remember how much it was. So I
Oh,
go to grab the Billy Joel one, right?
mm-hmm.
And I come back and it's gone. And I'm like, oh man, someone took it. So we're in
Uh,
line and I'm talking to the person I'm with, and I'm like, oh man, I wish I got that one. That was so weird. And they were like, oh, which one did you get taken from you? And I was like, oh, Donda by Kanye. And they looked at me dead in the eye. They said, Donda by Kanye doesn't exist. Or
what?
like the vinyl version of it doesn't exist. And I'm like, what do you mean? I literally held it with my two hands. So the guy suspected of taking it when I was gone was in line behind me. So I was like, all right, I'm gonna prove these people wrong. And
Uh-huh.
so I stood outside and I waited a little bit, pretended to be on my phone, and the guy just walks out. And I'm like, man, they didn't. I look inside. They're like, I'm trying to see if they're like, oh, he was right. I suck. And but of course not. I'm just an idiot. So then I go in the car and I look up Donda out, vinyl. It doesn't exist. It does. So
Wait,
I'm like, the vinyl doesn't exist. No Donda vinyl, dude. So I'm
whoa.
like, oh my god, what was I hallucinating it? Or did I get the wrong album? But I picked it up with my own two hands and I was looking at it. So I don't know what happened in the store that day, but
You were like in between time because you were so trendy with the vinyl.
maybe I was. Who knows?
You're going between space and time. You're going in the back rooms.
Yeah,
Oh,
I,
what's
I
got?
was
I
in
want
the
to
back.
I have a similar story, but without hallucinating. Well, no, hold on. I want to answer the Donda one. Well, you might have just been looking at the back of an album cover.
But I
And,
literally looked at it at the front and it said Donda at the top on the tag, and it says the price and stuff.
oh, well, I don't know how to answer that.
Yeah, maybe I am crazy. I don't know. And I feel like I would notice if I'm staring at the backside of an album.
Uh,
Uh, who knows, man? Maybe I am crazy. Maybe I'm schizophrenic. Dude, you know how terrifying that is? Schizophrenia?
that must be really scary.
Yeah, that's
No, no, because I feel like I see a lot of people on TikTok just talking about it, and they just hear voices. Like, yeah, it might be creepy at first, but I feel like they get used to it.
yeah, if you're
I
living
honestly
with it
don't
your
know.
entire life, I feel like it's such a tough thing because apparently it's not like I'm living in your walls or whatever. And they
Uh-huh.
know it's like they know it's
fake?
It's fake, yeah. I think so. Don't quote me on that, but, yeah, I feel like that I feel like that's just something terrible, and I feel really bad for those people. I mean, obviously, they're functional human beings, and there's nothing really wrong with them, but I just think it's scary just and as my own point of view, 'cause
Mhm.
apparently they have got, like, personality switches, and I feel like that'd be terrible. Like, what if my personality one day just switched and I was a completely different person?
You were Hitler?
Okay, I don't know if you could say that on YouTube, but
Okay.
whatever. Uh, I mean, it's just I feel like it's just, like, something scary that could happen to anyone. Luckily, I don't have any, like, genes with schizophrenia, like, I don't have any relatives with that, so I don't really have to worry about it, but, like, apparently, if you're, like, an identical twin and your brother has schizophrenia, you've got, like, a 40% chance of also having schizophrenia.
That's scary.
Yeah, luckily, I don't have any identical twin with schizophrenia. Or maybe
Same.
I do.
And
Ooh.
that's why you hallucinate. And then they took
Oh.
your brother at birth.
Oh,
Oh,
maybe
you
I am the
just
brother.
right now. Oh,
Oh,
oh no.
wow. Okay, anyways.
Got a album.
Ha
What happens if that was your brother's memories, huh? Huh?
that'd be kinda weird. Have you heard of the mental illness where people think everyone's a decoy?
I have we live in a simulation, bro. Like that's what I believe. No, 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 no.
Alright.
I feel like some people are fake, bro. No, I feel like some
Mm,
people are just like they're like NPCs.
um,
Like Miss Misha from Goodwill. She's not real. She's an NPC, bro. You know?
I mean, I guess, it's just like, I don't know, you gotta so you know what Sonder is?
What's that?
So Sonder is an emotion, right? And it's the realization that everyone around you
Oh, that. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Yeah, go
is is an actual person who lives real lives, lived their entire life and have gone through experiences themselves. And that is kind of creepy to me because I can't
yeah.
imagine like so I'm like in Universal surrounded by people and I'm like, holy shit, these people were babies. The- these people came out of vaginas too, man. Wow.
Bro, they were like in third grade also.
Yeah, it's crazy to think about, man.
Yeah.
But anyways, so the mental illness is like everyone around you you think is a decoy that's been replaced by someone who's fake. So you think a family member has been taken by the government and replaced with a decoy. And that's kind of scary if you have the mental illness and you think everyone is not real around you.
I've
That's
seen
a
some
little.
TikToks. I've seen some crazy people on TikTok saying that. They're like, oh
Yeah.
my god, the FBI is watching me.
Yeah. I don't know. I feel like mental illnesses like that are just so terrifying because it breaks down
Hmm.
your mind, and it's not like little stuff so I might have ADHD. I think I mentioned that at like episode
Yeah.
1 or something, and I feel like it doesn't really affect me as much as people think. Like I feel like I'm still functional form. Like sure, I stutter sometimes, like just then,
Hmm.
and apparently it's because my brain function is functioning faster than the words are coming out of my mouth. So that's why I stutter a decent amount, just because
Uh-huh.
like I already know exactly what I'm gonna say. It's just my mouth doesn't move fast enough. So I think, okay? I don't know much about it because I think I do have high functioning ADHD. It's just like when I was younger, they had to take me to speech therapy because dude, I was messed up, man. And I mean, I think I'm good now, mostly. It
Say
just
Peter.
what?
Say Peter.
Peter.
No, it's God. I saw some kid on
What?
TikTok. No, I saw some kid on TikTok, and he was a speech therapy, and what's God? He said wiener, and I was like, oh, let me say something Brady.
Yeah, I'm gonna prank him good. He's totally gonna say wiener.
What's God? Well, yeah, it's really scary. I thank God
Especially things
that.
like you can't control, like Tourette's. Oh
Oh
my
my God. god,
I
dude.
was actually I was in Red Robin's, right? I'm ordering
Red Robin?
my breakfast burger, right? It's got a little bit of egg on it. I'm like, "Oh, yeah, this is the shit, man." So, these people coming behind us, kids going off. Kids going off.
N-word.
"Ah! Ooh!" Oh my god, why'd I do that? Anyways, they're, like, shouting a whole bunch randomly, having random movements. I hear banging behind me. And the
Mhm.
mom eventually, of course, is take the kid out of the restaurant. And I'm like, I feel so bad. Like, obviously, it was a brother bothering me. My brother was holding in his laughter as much as he could,
Oh
though.
my god.
It was really funny, but I feel so bad for the especially the
Mm,
parents of these children because there's no off button. Your child is permanently like this, and you can't
yeah.
stop it.
Yeah, no, it's really sad.
Yeah. Shout out, man. Shout out Tourette's.
Yeah,
I feel bad for the
not
kids
Tourette's,
too,
but
'cause
the awareness.
yeah.
Like,
I
every
just like the kid, the kid is also just always super embarrassed.
yeah,
So
'cause they also feel it, you know?
mhm.
Um,
What were you
yeah.
saying though?
Well, yeah, I feel like Tourette's is, like, one of the worst things you can ever have. 'Cause, I mean, like, I feel like
It's a
it's up there
strong statement.
no, I feel like it's up there with what's called, with, like, Down syndrome and, I don't even know, what's the other one? What's the other one? Oh my god. I don't wanna say the other thing because I know it, but I know another word of it, and I can't.
Are you talking about the R
Yeah.
word?
Yes! What's the actual thing?
I don't remember.
Oh my
Uh,
fucking god. Well, I feel like because it's so hard on the parents, it's so hard on the kids that, it's like it's really sad.
uh-huh. Yeah, I mean, mental illness is just such a terrible thing. Like, illness is bad. I feel like mental illness can be worse in some scenarios just because it's permanent. And I mean, sure, there's treatment. But you can never fully get rid of it. Like if
Mhm.
you have flu, oh, it'll go away in like a month at worst.
Mhm.
But unless you die from it, then there's no getting
I
rid of
never
it.
had the flu,
Anyways,
so
but like mental illness, you're crazy. Of course you have.
I've never had the
Um,
flu. I've always only had colds and,
you probably
the
got 'em mixed
sniffles.
up, dude. Dude, I had food poisoning. At one point I was puking while I was having diarrhea. That was a tough day, man. That was oh my god, I was on the
Toxic.
bathroom floor, like on the verge of tears the entire day.
Toxin.
I think it was because I had, like, poisoned chicken or something. Yeah, food poisoning's rough, man. I've had it, like, twice,
I've never had
but
it.
the first time it was really bad, and I was like, I'm gonna end it, man. This is tough."
I haven't had a lot of things in my life. But,
Yeah, you're lucky.
back
Big
to
like
the okay, go
Yeah,
on.
go ahead. I was
No,
gonna talk about depression because it's another mental illness that I mean,
okay,
that
well,
that we
let's
can
finish off this mental illness, or, like, awareness of this, and then we'll switch to my topic.
Okay. I feel like depression is I definitely understand it, I understand why people feel that way. It just being someone who was like I mean, I see it as, like, fake depressed now,
Mhm.
but I don't know if I really was depressed 'cause, you're like 12, 13, you're like, "I'm an emo. Come, let's watch the rain as it's falling
Copyright,
down."
copyright, copyright.
Uh,
Come on.
yeah,
It
yeah, I was
kinda
thinking
works
really
like that.
similar. So I mean, I think everyone goes through that phase around that age where you're just kinda like an emo. You're kinda like, "Oh, I really hate my life." But as I got older, I realized that you can't live life that way just because if you live life, dreading it, then what are you gonna think when you're older? You're like, "Oh my god, I wish I was young and I didn't, I wasn't so depressed and so like picky on things, and I wish I just did things. Because people in the nursing homes, they're like their biggest regrets aren't what they did, it's what they didn't do. And I definitely feel that, man. Because like sometimes I wish I did things. Even recently, like sometimes I'm like, I hate the belly drop feeling on roller coasters. I think I've talked about that before.
Yeah,
But sometimes I'm like at Universal. I don't want to go on the huge loop de loop with a like perfectly like straight down drop but sometimes I'm
man.
like
Pussy.
maybe I should have done that because I don't, when am I gonna get the opportunity to do that again?
Mhm.
I just the belly drop feeling, man. It's just like wow.
I love it.
Yeah, that's all you, bro. You have fun with that. I think most people do. I don't
I
get
feel
it. It
I
just
feel I
feels
feel like
good.
I feel like there's 2 belly drop feelings. There's one where you're like, "Oh, no, I messed up." N like, not on a roller coaster, but, like, you're just, like, living life and, like, you say, "Oh my god, I messed up." Or, and then you feel empty or whatever. But when you're on a roller coaster, bro, that belly drop feeling, it makes it it's the best feeling.
I don't know. It gets me a little lightheaded. So like, I think I could do these roller coasters. Just I'm not gonna die. Obviously, it's safe. Hundreds of people have been on them, but I feel like I would pass out or maybe throw up, and I just don't
What?
want to risk it because all the blood goes to your head, and you're like, oh my god, good night.
No, I've only been to one roller coaster, which was in Kima and Galveston. It was pretty
I
good.
don't know. I've
I
been on
like
like a lot of roller coasters. It's just I don't like the big ones.
I like
You
the
know,
big ones.
you've
I
only been
have
on one
I've
roller coaster.
Yeah, which is the big one. So
You went on a big one.
I don't know.
Okay.
Because I've never seen. I mean, it depends. I mean,
Okay.
there's
Anyways, we're going
yeah,
really off
yeah.
track right now. It's just like I understand where they're coming because recently I went through my own little depressing phase, but it only lasted 2 days because I took my experience from last time, and I'm like, this is life. I'm gonna get through this at the end of the day. Like if you save, okay, so I think I read this thing today during school, and it went along the lines of if you postpone your worrying to like for like a week, in a week you probably won't have to worry about that anymore. Wait, I don't know if that makes any sense, but it just everything will be resolved eventually. I think that's what I mainly got out of it.
Yeah, I feel like I felt that naturally. So I
Uh-huh.
feel like with schoolwork, I feel like I'm always like, oh man, this assignment is really due. It's
It's
also
gonna
really
get done
hard.
eventually.
Next week I'm like, oh,
That was nothing
it,
to worry about.
no, it was like it's whatever. I
Yeah.
mean,
No,
it's
I mean,
past.
that's don't do that with everything, obviously. It's just for some
Yeah.
things you could totally do that. And I think the biggest advice I have for people is just like worry less, which sounds retarded, but if you spend your whole life worrying, then you're not going to enjoy life and you're going to miss out on, because you're like a teenager,
Out here,
but
Brady. Fuck
you're you're
school. It
you're a
don't matter.
teenager.
It don't matter.
I
School,
don't know about
the
that.
Bulgarian theorem,
Pythagorean theory?
yeah, no man,
Yeah,
it's
it's just
whatever.
whatever. But I feel like it's just, you know, you really threw off my train of thought. Damn. Um, yeah, and
Left for
trying to
Minecraft is just a torch with a gray top on it. Now that you're holding one in a game.
yeah. Anyways, um, I feel like depression is just like, I mean, you got to get over it, or you're gonna regret not enjoying your life because you're young
Mhm,
now. You know, I can definitely understand some things, obviously, but I feel like a lot of things, like especially what I was nitpicking and what I had a lot of problems with did go through that phase the other 2 days, whatever, is
mhm.
just like it's something that is going to work out in the future, and some people might be way ahead of you right now, but everyone, I'm just a late bloomer. You just you gotta shout out Jack Harlow there. I don't know if I'm a late bloomer, but I'm just saying for some people, like if you see someone that's way ahead of you, you're gonna get there. You just might get there a couple years late.
Mhm.
So, I think that's all. What was your topic? Sorry, I went on it's a little
Yeah, you went
off
on
the
another
train of
rant.
thought.
So yeah, okay. So this ties back to your vinyl little thing. But Scott, I went to Goodwill just to fuck around or whatever. And I was walking, and then I see this beauty in my eye, or this beauty in the corner of my eye, which is a VHS player, and I haven't seen one in years. I had one when I was little, and I don't even remember the VHSs I had. I remember I had cats and dogs, but so I see it, and I'm like, oh my god, I'm a buy this, because I was born in the right generation. Um, and so, it's nostalgia, I love that feeling.
I
So,
got you.
I
That's
bought Men
cool.
in Black 2 and some other VHS.
Yeah, good for you, man. I think VH. I don't. I think VH player, VH, whatever it's called, is
Yeah.
built in. No, no, it's not a VHS. What's the VHS where it plays music?
Cassette?
Yes, cassette. I have a cassette player, a CD player, and a vinyl player all in one. So I think that's kind of
So it's
cool.
like it's like a Fate vinyl player? So it's
What do
like
you mean
I
it's
don't
like fake? It's just
well,
everything combined.
it's like a modern one. You should buy like
Yeah,
an
yeah,
old
it's
one
like a modern one. I
because
mean,
then it
maybe, but
scratches like the thing.
an old one will not scratch it?
I feel like I've
Why
heard
would a
that
new one be
somewhere
worse?
that like the
I don't
newer ones ruin the vinyls or whatever. I don't know. I don't know what I'm saying.
I almost scratched one of my I just almost scratched my swimming vinyl by Mac Miller. It was like a and I was
Dude,
like, "Oh, shit."
my favorite I mean, my favorite album from him is Kids.
Kids.
Yeah.
I think
Oh,
Kids is fire, it just has a lot of weaker songs.
dude, I
I
was
think
jamming
a
to
lot
the
of the
whole album.
songs I think a lot of songs are really good, but some of them are like, "Oh my god, what am I listening to?" I think Faces, Swimming in Circles are my favorite albums from him. I think out of his earlier stuff, Faces is my favorite. Kids is up
Mm,
there for sure. It just I feel like whenever I listen to Faces, it's so I'm so entertained. I'm so invested, and it's so amazing. "Shoulda
mm.
died already." Like, every song, there's a lyric that I always remember, bro. Like, give me a song off of Faces. I don't think you really like
I
that album.
cannot remember song names to like save my life.
Like, it's
So,
just like the intro. "Shoulda died already. Came in, I was high already. Everyone, na, na, na." You know, it's just like Happy Birthday. He literally just sings Happy Birthday in that song. And it may not be considered good. It's so investing in the meaning behind it and like the symbolism. I feel like is I'm just so invested in the album every time I listen to it. Uber lyrics like who put who put the spiders in my applesauce? Put the pins in my hand grenades. Somebody told me that I deserve to die. I looked him in the eye and told him the devil's not
was that
circumcised.
circumcised?
Dude, don't
Oh
play
my
with
god,
him.
bro. Oh
Wow.
my god, bro. That song is
How did
fire.
he think of that, you know? Like, sure, it's stupid, but every time you remember every track.
Mhm.
Don't I look so handsome in these polo jeans? Hold up, hold up, hold up. You know, it's just like lyrics that just stick with you. And I feel like that's why I enjoy that album so much, and I'm always so interested when listening to it. So I
Yeah.
feel like with some albums, especially like melodic rappers, I feel like the songs blend in with each other a lot. And I remember back in the day when I used to be really into melodic rap, I'd have to try my hardest to distinguish the songs and be like,
Mm.
okay, what's the difference? And then you move into artists like Kanye, a lot of just normal pop artists, Mac Miller. It's each song is different and it doesn't all sound the same. And, I really appreciate that stuff now. Because before I was like, "Okay, this is the song where it goes," I'm, like, trying to remember
Yeah.
which song is which, but now I'm just like, "I already know," you know?
Bro, that's your talent, bro. I can't do that. I can remember some songs, but most of them they just fly by my head.
I got you. Okay, I have my
I could
kids
probably tell you
rating
like
up
the
right now.
artist.
I have a 8 out of 10 for kids, so it's definitely
Mhm.
oh, no, 7.5.
You
But
know,
that's just on the
I just feel fly when I'm listening to that album outside. When I'm outside, I'm just walking, bro. I feel like I'm, the top of the earth.
I mean, I don't think I have anything on here that goes below a 6.5, but, like, outside I feel like outside is just I smoke weed, and
Mhm.
right around 6.5, Poppy 6.5, back in the day 6.5, and they're not bad songs. Of course, they're still considered above average to me. It's just I find them less memorable than songs like Spins and stuff. Let me go. Yeah, Spins is a 10 out of 10 for me, man. I love that
Yeah,
song. All I Want Is You, Cold-Aid and Frozen Pizza, Knock Knock. I know these are, like, the most popular ones, but they're just
yeah,
good.
yeah.
Nike's on my
Yeah, I was wearing Nikes on my feet when I'm listening to that song. My Nike
yeah.
Blazers.
I actually gave Faces a 7.5 out of 10. And I did that a long time ago when I was still kind of getting into the album. And I feel like now I can appreciate the entire album a lot more after watching a couple of videos and understanding the symbolism behind it. So I would love to go back and re-listen to the album or re-rate it. And I feel like it'd be closer to a 9 out of 10 for me. I mean, it's no perfect album. Of course, lyrics like I looked him in the eye and told him the devil's not circumcised isn't
Eh,
the best line,
that is
but
the best one, bro. Man, I gotta get on your level, bro. Like, I like you got your researchers like your shit, man. Like, that's pretty cool. Like, you actually like understand the symbolism, bro. You know what I
uh,
do? I just play on shuffle. You know,
uh, some stuff that I researched doesn't have any meaning, man. Like, where it's just so confusing you
I
can't
fuck
even put it into
misses.
it. Like,
I
because
smoke a blunt.
yeah, yeah. So, Because the Internet by Childish Gambino, I feel bad for our viewers because they might not even know what we're talking about. But
Yeah,
hopefully
yeah.
there are some Gambino fans out there. I feel so because the Internet, beautiful album, my favorite album from him. Some of the tracks on there are just so garbage though. And some of the moments on there, it's just random noise in the middle of the song. Boom boom chim boom boom chim boom. And I'm like, okay, this album has to have the greatest symbolism of all time. Why did it make that noise at that time? So I watched like a 2-hour video and I'm like, what the fuck? I didn't learn anything. There was there was nothing. So, like, I mean, tracks I can appreciate more, sure, but some of it is just like, what is going on still? It's still so confusing. So if I were to summarize that album, is watch Clapping for the Wrong Reasons, and you got to understand the boy, which is this image he was going through for, which is like not Childish Gambino and not Donald Glover. It's a separate person, the boy, and that's who
Oh
he is.
boy.
It's so much, man. I feel
Mm,
like a lot of songs
that's why I
like
can't research
2005 have a lot of meaning. It's just I was expecting so much more. So I did end up buying the vinyl for
because the internet.
because the internet, yeah, and because I told there was a subscript in there explaining the entire thing. Mine didn't have one. Mine didn't have a long sheet of paper explaining everything, and I was so disappointed. So I don't know if it was like certain ones, but I was like,
Special edition.
man, I really wanted to be able to read that,
Um, let's
but
go. My favorite song from him is "What Kind of Love Just Stays the Same." I think that's how the song goes, right? What
which
kind
one
of
is that?
what kind of love?
Oh,
But yeah.
I was listening to that today.
Oh
What
my
kind of
god, bro, so
There's also random
fire.
noises in that song though,
Oh yeah,
right?
I think like in the like one like two
Closer to
thirds
the
in.
end. Yes, yeah, yeah, yeah. 2/3 in, just like, and then it's like this nice peaceful song, like, "What
Um,
kind of love and then it just
mhm. And then I just skipped the song by that point. I'm just like, yeah, fuck it.
because it's just like, what is the purpose behind it? Why is he here? Because I think he's going for a certain like look and meaning. It's just no one
What is
knows the
it?
meaning. So it's so hard to enjoy it. So listen, if someone out there wants to explain to me why there's random noises
Oh,
during the ends of
and
songs
join
before
our
there's music,
podcast for a special
please do,
episode.
I would love to just
Yes.
talk about music just for hours because I totally could talk about every album I've ever listened to. But I
Mm-hmm.
think that deserves its own episode,
Yeah.
and I don't think that's gonna be for a while because this is actually episode 14, right?
Yeah.
So
So this is. Are
episode
you gone?
15 is gonna be a season finale. So we're gonna try our best to bring couple people on the same episode, and we gotta make it a grand finale, and then we're gonna take a break. I'm thinking 2 months to what do you think,
Mm-hmm.
Bron? 2 months
What month
to
is it today? Well, I mean,
what?
what? Yeah, what month is it now?
It's February 1st. All right, I don't know. It's like January 31st, but
Oh,
it's the last day
yeah.
of January. It's February, all right?
Um, January, February, April. Yeah, we'll be back by April.
Be back
Definitely.
by April. I don't
We
know.
just need a little break.
We'll repeat this at the end of the next episode. I'm getting my permit tomorrow. I'm pretty excited about that.
Oh,
Yeah.
fancy man.
So I got a haircut today to make sure I look good for it. So I don't know how I feel about it. It's a lot shorter than I usually look, or my hair usually looks. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. It's just a different
Mhm.
look. So I don't know if I'm used to it.
Yeah.
But yeah, we'll be back in a couple months. Season finale coming soon. And then season 2 in a couple of months. You know what I'm saying?
Oh,
So
no, no, no. Be excited for that.
we'll see you next time. Bye. I can't. No, 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 no. I'm not saying. I'm tired of saying it like that.
No, bro, you gotta say, man. You've been
Okay,
saying it for the
all right,
couple of
that's
episodes.
fine. That's
Go on,
fine.
go
Because
on.
it's the only way I know how to say bye. I've just gotta say it like Stampy. Anyways, bye.